Derke, welcome on in, brother. A good day today. Fantastic. Y'all look incredible out there. And I think talking and looking at Heretics too, they said that they made you guys look even better than you were the exact quotes. But how do you feel about it, considering how good you looked?
Honestly, on Haven, we could absolutely fucking smash them. Not got fucking 13-10. So if they think we made them look like they made us look good, we will make them look like trash. Honestly, because the way we threw that Haven a little bit, because we started playing not like ourselves, but like more of their game, when we can actually just fucking give it to them. I'm sorry for swearing.
I don't give a shit, bro.
But okay, nice. Yeah, so we could absolutely just give it to them and it will be way easier and the game will not go like 13-10. We will not stress. And Abyss was Abyss. It's like, yeah, I'm getting unlucky. I'm playing against two characters that I can just like decide to teleport after killing me, and then my teammates don't have their guys. So it was like a bit unlucky. I'm getting caught 2 times on the reveal, and then 2 times I'm dying to some character bullshit. I can just TP out, and then I'm like, fair enough, guys. Keep playing your Yoru chamber. But other than that, I think we still outclassed them. Like just map wise, like we knew what we needed to do. We know G2 played the same comp, and when you look at other opponents like G2 and stuff, how they played, you can analyze it. And so when you see like people in EMEA kind of copy it, but don't play it the same way, you kind of roughly know what their weaknesses are still. So we weren't really prepared on that, but we also knew what we need to do. And like a lot of maps we played today, for example, we don't know their comp and stuff. So it was kind of like surprise, and we still won them while they're playing the maps that they know our comps. So yeah.
I mean, that makes sense. I mean, you also seemed very passionate about, like you mentioned, just all the whole Kerta bullshit, which I understand, right? Because like he's like, you're a purist. You play only characters that can shoot. But to be fair, you know, Chamber also just kind of shoots, right? So it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
Sure, Yoru TPs, but you played Yoru in your time. You played Yoru today. In fact, bro, let's talk about that. You did something that I've been praying for since this agent fucking came out, man. You finally pulled it off. You pulled the fake clone tech. Congratulations, Derke. You were Einstein. How did you feel pulling it off?
I felt great. We did it in like practice like 1 or 2 days ago. We we just did the same thing on Eco. We faked it, and then on third round on bottles we were like always like if anything we can just give it to them. And I even said to the boys like when Trex like mentioned like, oh, let's do it. We did it in practice. I'm like, yeah, let's go. And I told them, guys, like if this either way, if I die or if it succeeds, I'm gonna laugh because it's just funny, and it succeeded. And in practice too, we did it for the first time in practice, once. We did it once, it worked, and we were just like, oh, maybe let's do it in official, and it worked pretty well.
Okay, all right, yeah, it worked quite well, I'd say. I mean, I was happy with it. I'm just hoping it inspires other people to also do what you did. It may not, but I just think it'd be so funny.
A lot of people will start shooting clones for like a few months now.
Yes, exactly. More flashes, more clones, more explosions on site, please. Yes, I want everything to go on, bro. But to round back though, this team, Derke, looks unstoppable, right? The looks you have shown has only scaled throughout the season, and currently what we see today is a vitality that I don't think we've seen the look of yet. You guys look good, and every single one of you is shooting, bro. There's not one slacker on this team. What has allowed you to get to this point to look this good?
When I came into the team, it was like insane, like strong individual players and stuff, like insane. So we knew like as long as we keep tactical side and focus on that and kind of like know our fundamentals, it's gonna be easy. Everyone can shoot, but at the end of the day, the game is both like whoever shoots the best and also who moves tactically the best. But I think the way we structure it and the way Sayf, for example, calls, it's like we need to kind of like control a lot of areas on the map, and even if one of them hits us, we can like hit back really hard and even harder sometimes.
Yeah.
So having teammates like this, like Last Track, Sayf, everyone kicks, kind of like gives you that opportunity to kind of like aim-wise just destroy people. So it's like
Hmm.
if people want to play like aim for aim kind of style, then I think we're gonna win most of the times because, like, bro, if you have Sayf and me playing over under, like, what do you want from that? So yeah, yeah, and I think we learned a lot. And throughout the season, I know like I had incredible form, and I was like smurfing. And today was kind of like off game. That's why I don't get why Heretics is talking like after the game that they made us look good because I honestly didn't have a good game on Haven. It could have been a lot better on Abyss. I was just getting a bit unlucky, and just like small fixes. But I'm still confident like going into Bangkok now or even Grind Finals, I can still pop off. And once we fix those things, so we don't have to stress about some of them, is going to be even scarier and even easier for us.
Yeah. And so then on that note, is because you're right. You guys did look really goddamn good, right? And even with people like Safe and like you like Les and so on, like how you guys are all currently able to perform at such levels. But you point out something interesting. You said how that like if you're up against a team that wants to play shot for shot, aim for aim, but then you look at teams in G2, right? They play really far back, off to the util, really disciplined, very boring, as many fans call it in NA, right? So how do you adapt to that style? Because I find you mentioned that there was the tactical side you need to work on. Is that still remaining, you think?
Yeah, it's still remaining. Honestly, right now, tactically wise, I honestly felt like I've never felt this comfortable before because it's like I always have an idea what to do. Safe calling is easy and it's like adaptable in every way, and we have like good fundamentals on that. So it's like every player can kind of like on their responsibility, like check their responsibility on their side of the map and kind of make calls of that. Clutches, whatever scenarios, people can be vocal and talk what they need from each other and stuff. Of course, there's moments sometimes someone shuts down or someone doesn't talk enough, but usually someone steps up. And for us, it's like we want to play tactically. We like to play smart, but against teams, someone that just like to aim. But we know how to combine both of those styles, and we do like playing comps or kind of like styles where we can play tactically but also aim. That's why when I came into this team and I was like, guys, I want to play on Haven. I want to play this exact comp. Yes, I know I played it in Fnatic and stuff, but it was literally me and Elmo sat down. We created some rules. We thought about this whole Yoru thing for us, and we kept refining it. Like me and Elmo. So me going into this team and kind of like taking it, for example, and kind of like creating that style or kind of like setting standard up on Haven, where it's kind of like we can play explosive, we can play our own game, and it's really hard to anti-strat, even though we kind of looked a bit dog in that Haven defense. But honestly, I was sat there after the game and I'm like, such an easy fix. I even asked my coach, just write this down, let me know, like remind me later, and I can fix it easily. Because I take pride a lot of that map because of me and Elmo kind of like sat down, created it. So me coming in, kind of like telling us, let's play this, explaining all my teammates how it works and stuff. I think like that's how we kind of have a good system on that. And then on other maps, I haven't really touched. It was usually like less safe and coach doing them mostly, and the tracks are usually giving good input. But on those maps, it's usually me and Kimi. We're like, "Yeah, guys, just tell us what to do. We'll do it," and we'll just go and like, "Yeah, Kimi, flash for me. I'll kill two," and it's like pretty easy.
Yeah, I thought that's one thing that actually isn't highlighted about you, right? Where how often you look to actually cook comps, work, like really just like be the big brain on the team, right? It's just and that's something that you mentioned as well too, like how you work with Elma to come up with the comp, what the rules are, how to execute it, do everything about it, right? And with this team now, you talked a lot about just how just freedom incarnate. You can do
Yeah,
whatever you want, right? As long as you
yeah.
perform individually. But are you also not considered involved in the back end, how you were Fnatic, into cooking up and coming up with how this team should play, what comps, certain comps, on what maps too?
I think the problem of like the Fnatic style or whatever, it becomes too stagnant. The
Hmm.
game changes right now way too fast, and if you don't adapt to meta or kind of like understand the meta or know how to play against it, you're gonna fall off. And also, I think my biggest learning is you have your players, let them play however comfortable they are. You cannot jail a player into an agent and tell him play this agent. For me, for example, like you can put me on solo. I'll be an most aggressive solo on the server. I don't really care. Like that's just how I am. And for me, like the massive learning is don't limit the players. You create a team. You think about the players. Always you think who's gonna fit with who. You do all the trials and see in trials people don't play with strats and stuff, but in trials people speak way more than they do in like practices and stuff. So in
Hmm.
trials you can see how the synergy could look like in the big future. But I think a lot of teams, what they do is like after trials, they go and set those rules, limits, and stuff.
Hmm.
And a lot of players in a lot of teams get limited. Um, for example, in Fnatic in 2023, we were a little bit free and we were sometimes getting limited. Certain borders were good, but then I felt like later on we started limiting ourselves. I even felt like sometimes I cannot be myself sometimes, And coming into this team, when I have Sayf as an ex duelist and stuff, he understands me a lot. How it feels like doing such things, how it feels like playing like in a disciplined way. Of course, we want to strive for perfect gameplay and playing disciplined, but
Hmm.
also we need that confidence. So
Right.
for him, it's like letting me be free as long as I know my limits and team trusts me and we can do these things together. And
Mm.
as long as I practice during practices,
Right.
how I play in officials, it's all good. And that's always what I do. If I do something like this fake loan and people ask me, are you gonna do this in official? Haha.
Hmm.
Yes, I'm doing it in official. That's just how I am. Like I'm having a lot of fun in this team right now because we're just young. Everyone's hungry. Like we have three people that haven't won any trophy
Hmm.
yet and stuff, and they're just hungry for it. And me and Les coming in, showing experience from Loud, Fnatic. They were both like insane teams and really respectable teams in their primes and stuff. So of course we share some of that experience. We say some good some things are good, some things are bad. We share that, but we also want to play like ourselves because we
Yeah.
cannot just play how our previous team played.
Hmm. Yeah. Exactly that. Right. Where it's and that was incredible. Like how much you guys have evolved to this point. Where and one quick final note, just real quick, do you like cats or dogs more?
I have two dogs at home.
Yeah.
I had a I had a cat before when I was like a little kid,
Mm.
but for me, I just like all the pets and stuff. Like I love my dogs, I love cats, so I cannot really choose one. But I also, for me, it comes with the maintenance because I know, for example, I wish I would get a cat or a dog, but the maintenance is crazy. Like me as an esports player, I cannot do that.
Hmm.
Like I just cannot do that. Like unless I'm not living alone, then it will be easier because I have someone looking for it. But because I'm alone, I'm just looking at pictures, smiling and stuff. And like
Yeah.
a lot of people around me have their own pets too, so I'm like chilling.
Yeah.
If I wanna go pet somebody, I'll just go back to Finland. I have two dogs there.
I understand. That's wonderful, Derke, my brother. I appreciate you, man, and
Yeah,
thank you so much. Congrats on Bangkok. I can't wait to
yeah.
see y'all
Thank
play,
you.
bro. GG's, man. Take care. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.